Hey everyone, Pastor Jams here back with another video, and welcome to the first annual edition of the Jammies, an award ceremony segment on this channel at the end of every year, where I compile a list of the best music of the year. This year it's 2021, and we've had quite a interesting amount of projects come out this year, and so I'm going to separate this little ceremony of recognition of the best music that has come out this year into two lists: the top 25 singles of 2021 and the top 20 albums of 2021. I wish I could do more, but I just, with time constraints, I really can't. And hopefully next year I can do the top 50 singles. But this year, this is the top 25 singles of 2021, the best of the best that came out this year. Singles, it has to be a single. Like I said, there can't be any repeating artists unless they are featured on another track by a different artist, which I believe we have two of those. And without further ado, let's get on with the Jammies. At number 25, to start the Jammies off, of the best 25 singles of 2021, we have Blouse by Gladio. Really powerful song, evoking strong emotions that blew me away, and I was shocked to even think what someone can go through in their life. And it's just a very sensitive and emotional song. I didn't expect anything like this to come out, especially from her, given I admire her music. Although I did not get to listen to her album, I did listen to her lead up singles to Sling, which was the name of her album. But just really harmonic and beautiful violin strings, a powerful, sensitive message of being groomed, and just really, really shocking to me. At number 24, we have Never Bend, Never Fold by T Grizzly featuring G Herbo. I did review this album, and I thought that the lead up singles were amazing. I just preferred this one featuring G Herbo. Just really hard hitting rap track that it's just a feel good all around. Sends off a very positive message, and I think should be explored by many rap fans. Number 23, we got Good Days by SZA. This came out last year, but after my cutoff date, which is now anything considered. After that is for next year, which she met the deadline. And yeah, just really amazing, beautiful vocals from her, and really powerful song. Uh, Kind of wish that she would have dropped maybe like an EP or an album this year, but she did come through with a few singles this year. But I prefer Good Days, just amazing track. At number 22, we have Tulsa Jesus Freak by Lana Del Rey. Just kind of really blows me away how she implements folk style music with pop and R&B. Just at the whole thing. I mean, she does use auto-tune, but at the right level. That's where the pop comes in, essentially. But just implementing folk style sound, and given that I'm and diversing myself into more genres like folk, and I enjoy folk music, just really crafty song, and just like a pop tune that's really good all around. At number 21, we have Dark Star by Chicano Batman, on a surprise single release in the summer by Los Angeles band Chicano Batman. Just a really rock heavy song, more than what they're used to, but sends off a political message of just standing united and not letting anyone bring you down, whoever you are. Whether you're a minority or if you're within the majority, we're all just should be united as one, and just stand up for each other. Really powerful song. At number 20, we have Nobody's Clown by Los Yesterdays, another Los Angeles duo, and more of a throwback to like a 60s sound, love tune, really jazzy and snazzy. Like the vocals are so vibrant in a way that kind of comes off as like a freestyle sound. Everything runs together very smoothly, given that it's more of a raw type energy that comes off from him. And if you're just looking for a like a love song kind of throwing back to the 60s, then give this a listen. It's pretty good. At the number 19 spot, we have Are You With That by Vince Staples. So he released a self-titled album this year, and just the all around in general, just looking forward to his future and kind of admiring or envisioning the rest of his career. And I think that's great. I think artists do need to step back at least once in their career and analyze how much they've accomplished and what they're going to do next, if they even want to continue. Because uh, at a certain point, things do catch up, and maybe not even diversing in music anymore is a thing, maybe diverse in other projects or stuff like that. But Vince, he's keeping it strong and he's keeping it real. I really admire that track, and give it a listen. At number 18, we got new profile pick by Suicide Boys. Although they did make my worst albums list, this was one of the best tracks of the year. Just really hard hitting, different vocals from Scrim and Cherry, and just really hard hitting. I wish. I do admire the risks that they took. I just wish it would have been more of their style and something more along a safe line instead of going all out and just doing something completely different. At number 17, we have Heaven's EP by J. Cole, a surprise drop of a YouTube song that after his album, and a really awesome track. Just continuing to look forward to his future, and at, reassuring the fans that he doesn't have any plans of stopping soon. Um, and I think that's really positive energy that many artists should have. Really awesome production and great flow from Cole. At number 16, we have Kiss Me More by Doja Cat featuring SZA. Uh, One of the best R&B pop songs out there. And that came out this year, I believe in more of the beginning of the year. Right off the bat, I really like this song, and that's really surprising, given that Doja Cat, not really uh, fond of her work, but it really surprised me, especially the chemistry between Doja Cat and SZA. Really awesome, just beautiful vocals, and the instrumentals very jumpy and poppy, and just great all around track. And we have the number 15 spot, Buzz Cut by Brockhampton featuring Danny Brown. Speaking of amazing chemistry, the chemistry between all of these, between these members is unmatched. Just, just raw, positive energy off the bat throughout the whole track. Just sounds like you're speeding down a freeway just at 100 miles an hour. Everything, the flows between all the members are just amazing. The production is outstanding. Some of the best I've heard this year in a rap song, and just a really amazing single. It really hyped me up for their album that was coming out. At number 14, we have Gang Signs by Freddie Gibbs featuring Schoolboy Q. Yes, if you all recall, this was a decent jam when I was doing Jams of the Week, and this song really grew on me. Just a short track, 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds of Freddie Gibbs and Schoolboy Q just spitting bar after bar. The beat, the production is also very amazing, given how short the song is. The chemistry between the two work very well together, and Schoolboy Q just comes out with a banger of a verse that is on par with Freddie Gibbs. At number 13, we have Transparent Soul by Willow featuring Travis Barker. One of the best rock songs that came out this year, especially coming from a female artist like and Willow, who is expanding her sound, I should say, kind of taking a step away from R&B, now diversing in rock and roll, alternative rock, and more of like this grungy sound that really works, like a rebellious track that is amazing. Although it's more of a homage to like her past relationships, I think it's really amazing how she can just expel that raw energy, and production by Travis Barker is as amazing as ever. At number 12, we have Sorry by Danny Elfman. Speaking of producers, the legendary film composer Danny Elfman released a series of singles this year, and this one came out in February, I believe, and just amazing all around. You have these horrific choir vocals in the background, and just the dark poetry throughout the whole single, just amazing from him. If you don't know who Danny is, he works with filmmakers like Tim Burton, and is the composer of those soundtracks. Really reflects in his music, and just all around amazing stuff. Production wise, you have these loud banging war drums. You have him, just his hoarse vocals, just screaming that dark poetry. Really raw energy that I admire from him. Check that one out. At number 11, we have Buzzed by Adele featuring Willow. Sorry about that. Um, the chemistry, but I know I keep saying like the chemistry between the two artists is amazing, but it is. It's something for an artist to go onto another artist's track and try to be on par or exceed the artist themselves. But at a certain point, it's like certain artists don't need to be with each other. Like the chemistry just isn't there. Maybe it's just like a weird radio hit that they're trying to do. So it's very important for artists to have good chemistry with each other and produce a good track or a good project in general. Willow and Theo, featuring on his new album and a lead up single to his new album. Really amazing stuff. You have the acoustic guitars, more of a a bombastic beat going, just moving in general. Her vocals are very beautiful and less like the rock and roll style that I mentioned earlier. Just matching with his Latin style R&B sound. Really good check. Then we're going down to the final 10, the top 10 singles of 2021. At number 10, we have Go Easy on Me by Adele, the only lead up single to her new album this year, and my god, is it amazing. She always comes through with the beautiful vocals. Very hard hitting song, just like the usual thing that she does. However, it doesn't get old. It's still her being her, and providing a great, amazing track that revolves around love and relationships and stuff like that. At number 9, we have Your Power by Billie Eilish. One of the more not so much hard hitting, but more of a hard hitting track that she came out with for herself, kind of establishing a new sound and a new direction that she was going in, apart from the more sensitive and not really sad to say, but just melancholy type sound that she was doing when she did her first album. Uh, just really great track all around. She also keeps it original and her style, just for the fans who are new and long time. At number 8, we have Solo Tu by Los Retros, another Los Angeles band, or I should say solo artist. Um, I believe it's the only Spanish track on here, and just really great. Also calls back to more 90s style Latin R&B track. Amazing vocals by him, amazing production as well. Just really, really strong vocalization from him that I couldn't get enough of this year. At number 7, we have Moth to a Flame by Swedish House Mafia featuring The Weeknd. I did prefer this over Take My Breath. I just think that it's one of the more simpler tracks that didn't need more elaborate production. Even though the production is amazing by Swedish House Mafia, the chorus I just couldn't get enough of, and I preferred it over Take My Breath, like I said. At number 6, we have Close to You by Dayglow. Some of the most jumpy production I've heard all year, and really awesome vocalization from him, keeping it snazzy and really positive beat, positive messaging, just like pop style sound that usually these indie artists come out with. And we're coming down to the final five, the top five singles of 2021. At number five, we have Enter Sandman by Mac DeMarco, a cover, if you will, of the Metallica sound, the Metallica track Enter Sandman. Mac DeMarco, along with a various artists, covered tracks from the Metallica Black album, I believe. And my God, I mean, I know it's a cover, but I couldn't resist putting it on here. It's so. I know Mac has performed this before in his shows, but finally getting like an HD sound quality of this is just top notch and some of the most amazing stuff I've heard. He really pulls it off, and I'm going to say this: he does probably pull it off better than Metallica themselves. So with all due respect to the original writers of this song, I just think this cover is really amazing, and just Mac goes above and beyond and stays true to the sound of Enter Sandman. At number four, we have Family Ties by Baby Keem featuring Kendrick Lamar. The duo that was talked about all year. Cousins of, Kendrick being the older cousin of Baby Keem. Baby Keem following in Kendrick's footsteps. Although he does that, he also wants to set himself apart from Kendrick and do his own thing and be original and true to his own craft. And that's really good. No one, free tickets in life are not a thing. And I just think that the chemistry between the two in this track is really good. Although Kendrick does kind of also separate himself from his cousin Baby Keem and kind of show the fans like, hey, he is doing his own thing. I'm gonna keep doing my thing too. There's no free tickets. I will be showing him the ropes here and there, but for the most part, we're gonna be doing our own thing, and that's really good. And you really do hear the separation of the two in this track. And I think that's pretty funny because and ironic because they couldn't sound closer together. I really do think this is one of the best rap songs that came out this year. And number three, we have "Smoking Out the Window" by Silk Sonic. Amazing funkadelic production, just all around some of the best I've heard this year. You have like these really various instruments that aren't even like in the track for long, but do provide like a sense of amazement throughout the whole thing. Just the Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars. Just never expected a duo like that to come out, and honestly, I'm not going to lie. I thought it wasn't going to work well, but it does. Um, and it's just the one of the most beautiful things about music. It's just various things can come out of nowhere and suddenly work. Things that may not seem like they work do work, and then you have things like would probably you think they would work, and then vice versa, they don't work. But this "Smoking Out the Window," some of the most just chill, jazzy, funk type sound, amazing vocals between the two, kind of playing it really slick and funny in a way. I just really admire the whole energy and chemistry between these two artists. At number two, we have "Savage Good Boy" by Japanese Breakfast. Another short track, but really sweet and to the point. And take sweet with a grain of salt because the first time you hear this track, it is very sweet and pop sound. She comes out with her very beautiful high pitched vocals. You have like this moving beat acoustic guitar, really jumpy and keeps the song moving forward and fast paced. However, you do listen to the lyrics and they at first they do seem like, oh my god, like, oh, she's just really head over heels for this guy and wants to do anything and everything for him. The end of the world is here, it doesn't matter, they have each other. But the track itself is a double meaning because it's actually a very dark song. She is using this guy and plans on killing him and milking him dry of his money and then moving on to the next guy. It's just a really fun track that I think is really wild and crazy given the double meaning that it has, and some of the best work from Japanese Breakfast herself. And then, at the number one spot, the number one single of 2021, The one who takes the crown this year. Lay Witcha by Isaiah Rashad, featuring Duke Deuce. Okay, hear me out. I know this was a decent jam as well that came out earlier this year and I ranked it as such when it came out and when I was doing jams of the week, but it just grew on me. Like it was there was a weekend where I just played this track on repeat every single minute of the day. I couldn't get enough of this track. The more that I heard it, the more I'm like, okay, this is actually really good. It just when it first came out, it was 5 years since he had come out with something, and I'm like, really, this is what we're getting. But the more that I hear the song, the more that I put it on, like at social events or when people put it on themselves, it just something about the beat and the production, the energy from Isaiah and Duke Deuce that just keeps the vibe going and just amazing between the two. Uh, just a hard hitting, productive beat and some of the best production out there that came out this year. And I mean, just all around a great track, amazing track, taking the number one single this year. Duke Deuce coming out with the fire verse of this track that kind of gives it a really push of the edge, if you will. And yes, that is all. That is the entire list. The first edition of the Jammies. I really wish I could have done more singles, but just with time constraints and things like that at nature, I couldn't. I might release like the top 50 list just like in text form. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I don't want to keep this video going on for too much longer. I know it's 20 going on 22 minutes, but hope you all enjoyed. These are the best of the best that came out this year, single wise. Uh, I'll name all of them in the description below after some time that this video has come out. Thank you all for watching and hope you all have enjoyed the jammies so far. Look, make sure you all share, subscribe with the, make sure you all share with a friend and subscribe. See you all in the next video. Peace and stay safe.